Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. We always could spot a friend. Welcome back. And I smile when I think how it must have been. And I know what a scene you were learning in. Was there something that made you come back again? And what could ever lead you? What could ever lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. And I know what a scene you were learning in. Was there something that made you come back again? And what could ever lead you? What could ever lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. Yeah, we tease him a lot. Welcome back, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back, yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Hey there. Welcome back indeed. It is Monday, April 11th. I think we don't have the timestamp on there, right? It's the 11th, right?
It's the 8th.
It's the 8th.
88. Hey, you know,
There
that's
we
a
go.
Chinese lucky number.
It's Monday, August 8th. See, they don't put the timestamp on there. I'm completely lost. Somehow I'm ahead 3 days. On this day in 1960, Chad declares independence. I'm assuming they mean the country, not some whiny teenager named Chad. I'm Chad. I'm out of here. I'm assuming they would be independence from France, I would think, right? You think?
When I hear Chad, I think about that election debacle down in Florida.
That's true. What do you think? Chad, independence from France, do you think? It wouldn't be England. It would be France, I would think.
Yeah, if they were whiny, yeah.
Yep, I would say it's France. You should know better, but you're listening to That'll Learn Ya with Michael Buster McMahon. Hey, that's me. I am Michael Buster McMahon, and when I was in Atlantic City last month, a woman on the street offered certain services for $30. And I said, hey, I declined because I said I'm married, and my wife usually only charges me $10. Joining me is my other brother, Daryl, Kenny Stomsky. Say hello, Kenny.
Hello, Kenny.
You can laugh, too, by the way. Peter would laugh.
Yeah, I'd laugh if it was funny.
Oh, okay. That wasn't funny to you?
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay. Let's see if you like this one, then. His father was an amateur magician. His specialty was sawing people in half. In fact, he now has 2 half-brothers and a half-sister. Nothing. Okay. Today in the show, cool stories about great songs. Plus, if we have time, we'll discuss why Italy was so ineffective in World War II. But we probably won't have time for that. So sit back, relax, have another donut, and remember, an apple a day keeps anybody away if you throw it hard enough. How are you?
Fair to Midland.
You okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well,
My English teacher here in the 80s used to say that all the time, and it never got out of my system.
which one?
That saying, fair to
gotcha.
Midland.
You're my favorite expression ever. I believe it came from Futurama when somebody said, asked Morbo. Yeah, it was Futurama. Asked Morbo, how was the family? Numerous and belligerent. I was like that. I'm waiting for somebody to ask me how my family is so I can say numerous and belligerent.
Hey, Michael, how's your family?
Yeah, numerous and belligerent. Thank you very much.
All right, good to know.
It's hot out. When is this going to end? I thought this was supposed to be done.
I'm fine with it.
I always wondered what it was like to live in the Gobi Desert. I mean, this is nuts.
Yeah, the desert's a little drier.
I've I've told you I've rethought my whole process of moving to Vegas. I don't think I can do it. So it'll probably be closer to Atlantic City. Eventually, when my daughter graduates high school.
I'll still let you visit me.
Well, thank you. Yes, I'll still come visit Vegas. Probably not so much in June, July, August, or any of those months.
I'm out in 3 weeks.
Nice.
They're hot rainy season.
Yeah, God bless you. This isn't what we do. We don't just gab. Although apparently we did do some gabbing last week because we had to cut 3 songs.
And I see some of them on here today.
Some of them have, and I put them earlier in the lineup so they don't get cut twice because that would be embarrassing. So now, do you remember who David Essex was?
Yes.
Okay, good. He had that song "Rock On," which is a pretty cool song. Now, unfortunately, David Essex is a one-hit wonder, but he was offered this song, but all he heard was the title. He never listened to the song. He's like, "Well, what's it called?" And they told him the title sounds bloody stupid. Remember, he's British. He sounded that's horrible, and he had no interest in the song whatsoever. I don't know how he felt when he found out it became a hit. I can't picture him doing it. I mean, it definitely would have sounded different if he was doing it.
This one's worn on me because it's a popular karaoke tune.
Well, it's funny that you say that because we have a song that coming up that is on the list of top 5. I couldn't find the top 5. I've got the person who made this list, but the only thing when I Google search it, the only thing this song comes up. It's like, oh, it's in so-and-so's top 5, but they don't give you the other 4. So there's a song coming up that everyone thinks they can do karaoke, and they can't. It usually sounds absolutely horrible. Right. And it's not Bohemian Rhapsody, because I think a lot of people know they can't do Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, you shouldn't try that one.
No. I mean, I think most people, I have a friend, Michael Evans, he can sing it. But, for the most part, I think people know, like, nah, I'm not going to try that. One time, there was a snowstorm, and I went to Mingles. Now, Mingles, you've been to Mingles, right?
Yeah, I've run karaoke there. Yeah.
So, I mean, I've met the wife there. Mingles has been good to me over the years. But when you went to Mingles, you were supposed to bring your A game, especially if they're on the weekend. I mean, those are the big leagues.
Yeah, that was the big hitter.
Yeah, you don't usually do too many experiments there. But one time I went there, and it was a snowstorm, and there was like 3 people in there. I'm like, all right, you know what? I know this is going to be horrible. I've always wanted to do it. I did Don't Tell Me What Love Can Do by Van Halen. And I know darn well I couldn't do that. But, if any, I got a little better shot at David Lee Roth than I do Sammy Hagar.
I can see that.
But, but I'm like, I said, you know what? I'm just going to have fun with it. I know it's going to be bad. And that was a day to do it. But, that's going to be coming up. We'll give you a little bit of a teaser when it gets a little closer. But here's the song that David Essex thought the title was absolutely ridiculous, and he wanted no part of it. Here's the Foundations and Build Me Up Buttercup. 89.5 WSKB.
I'll be over at 10, you told me time and again, but you're late. I wait around and then I run to the door. I can't take anymore, it's not you. You let me down again. Baby, baby, try to find a little time and I'll make you happy. I'll be home, I'll be beside the phone waiting for you. Why do you build me up, buttercup, baby, just to let me down and mess me around, and then worst of all, you never call, baby, when you say you will. But I love you still, I need you more than anyone, darling. You know that I have from the start. So build me up, buttercup, don't break my heart. You are my toy, but I could be the boy you adore if you just let me know. Although you are true, I'm attracted to you all the more. Why do I need you so? Baby, baby, try to find a little time and I'll make you happy. I'll be home, I'll be beside the phone waiting for you. Why do you build me up, buttercup, baby, just to let me down, and mess me around, and then worst of all, you never call, baby, when you say you will. But I love you still, I need you more than anyone, darling. You know that I have from the start. So build me up, buttercup, don't break my heart. I need you more than anyone, baby. You know that I have from the start.
One of our underwriters here at WSKB's Community Radio is Carson Center for Health and Human Services, a nonprofit organization located at 20 Broad Street in Westfield. They provided behavioral health and rehabilitation services in communities throughout Western Massachusetts since 1963. There are services for children, adolescents, adults, families, and couples. You can find them on the web at carsoncenter.org or at 413-572-4132.
Hi, this is Harry Rock, host of Rock on Westfield every fourth Wednesday at 8 a.m. Tune in for my view of this place I call home.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
make myself believe it. This night will never go. You take myself, you take my self-control. 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 You take myself, you take my self-control.
You know who's playing keyboard on that?
You're going to tell me, aren't
I
you?
am. That's Harold Faltermeyer. He arranged that. That's the guy, remember Axel F?
Axel F.
Do, 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 do. Yeah, so Laura Branigan had a distinct vocal thing, but when the record company signed her, they didn't really know what to do with her.
And she was hot.
Yeah, she was. She was
Yeah.
very, very, and she's no longer with us.
Yeah, we
It's been
left
for a
her
while.
young.
Yeah. But they didn't really know what to do with her. They're like, well, they tried her in the studio with some rockers, some ballads. Finally, somebody said, hey, there's this Italian song. Let's convert it to English, Gloria, and it became a gigantic hit.
Mm-hmm.
So they went to the well again. The guy who wrote Gloria, they said, well, he's got this other Italian song called whatever the Italian, however you say it, self-control in Italian. So they translated that to English and brought that over. Harold Faltermeyer arranged it. I'm guessing it sounds a heck of a lot different, original Italian song. But yeah, they went to the well again, and that worked well for her too. So. All right, so the second song in this next set. Yeah, if you're new to the show, basically, I talk, I play a song, then we play a second song. So the second song in the set is the one that's considered on, let's see, who's this person's name here? Her name is Kimberly Starling. Oh, that's a great name. She made a list, I can't find the list, of top 5 songs that you think you can do that tend to bomb. So if you want to think of a guess, remember, it's not a hard, you can't pick like a song that you know is going to be hard. For example, Bohemian Rhapsody, as we said earlier. You know you can't sing that. But a song that you think you can sing and you probably shouldn't, that it's going to come out a lot worse than you think because it's not as easy as you think. So put some guesses in your head. All right, so now this next song sounds a little bit different, although it does sound like the band, but it doesn't sound like them because vocally there's somebody different singing. So basically, Benny, who I can't pronounce his last name, so I won't even try, he wrote the song, and as he was trying to teach the members of the band, how to sing the song, basically he recorded it, and everyone's like, you know what? That sounds fine. Why don't you just do it? I'm like, well, it's not really our sound. Well, perfect.
I hear their sound in the harmony.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so when you hear it, you kind of might be thinking it's a remake of the band or something, but no, this is the actual band. Except it's just got a guy, one of the guys singing, usually, and not the 2 female lead. Mm-hmm. And so here's ABBA, and Does Your Mother Know? 89.5 WSKB.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Comcast and Xfinity.com, offering Xfinity TV, Internet, home phone, and home security services. Information on all that Xfinity has to offer in the Westfield area is available online at Xfinity.com.
Saturdays were made for polka. Tune in to the Polka Jammer Network starting at 6 a.m. and Polka Hall of Famer Billy Bellina, Breakfast at BB at 8:30.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Shed a tear 'cause I'm missing you. I'm still alright to smile. Girl, I think about you every day now. Was a time when I wasn't sure, but you set my mind at ease. There is no doubt you're in my heart now. Said, woman, take it slow, it'll work itself out fine. All we need is just a little patience. Said, sugar, make it slow, and we'll come together fine. All we need is just a little patience. Sit here on the stairs, 'cause I'd rather be alone. If I can't have you right now, I'll wait, dear. Sometimes I get so tense, but I can't speed up the time. But you know, love, there's one more thing to consider. Said, woman, take it slow, things will be just fine. You and I'll just use a little patience. Said, sugar, take the time, 'cause the lights are shining bright. You and I've got what it takes to make it. We won't fake it. I'll never break it, 'cause I can't take it.
I know there's somebody in the audience saying, I could sing that karaoke. And if you have, good for you. And if you nailed it, good for you. And maybe you just think you nailed it. But if you actually nailed it, I bet you Michael Evans could have done it.
Yeah, I can see him doing that.
You know who actually could sing the song? An old buddy of mine, Mark Thomas. And I've looked for Mark Thomas on Facebook, but his name is Mark Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
So good luck. There's like 100 Mark Thomases. So I haven't reconnected with him. But Mark Thomas could sing it. Yeah, they say basically it eludes the average ear, and when you get off key on this one, it just sounds you lose it, and it just sounds horrible to everyone involved.
I have an almost 3-octave range, and I can go nasally and hoarse when I sing, and I can't pull off Axl Rose.
Yeah,
I mean, oh.
So when you think about it, the song was a trendsetter. Its use of all acoustic instrumentation. A lot of people didn't do that. It made it safe for hard rockers to display their sensitive sides in an understated way, rather than utilizing the power ballads. This was just a stripped down acoustic thing. And when you really think about it, I mean, it really was the first one that did that. That was a hit anyway.
They made popular MTV Unplugged.
Yeah. Yep. All right, now this song, I don't believe the official story. Okay, and we always play a song from a Massachusetts artist, and James Taylor said this song is not autobiographical. That it was about a friend of his and his wife, a friend of his and his wife who had split up, and he saw what they were going through. But the funny thing is, at the time, James Taylor was going through divorce with Carly Simon, and his writing partner on this song, J.D. Souther, was splitting up with. Do you know who he was splitting up with?
You're gonna tell me.
Linda Ronstadt.
Oh my!
The poor guy.
That was before she went all big bandy. And, yeah.
Well, I mean, she was out. You never knew what the heck you're going to get out of her. She'd show up with a mariachi band, or she would show up with Nelson Riddle in the orchestra.
She might show up in spandex and roller skates.
You never know what you're going to get with Linda Ronstadt. Look, it's so easy for us to sit here and criticize. Oh my God, you let Linda Ronstadt get away, because she's absolutely adorable and talented. Maybe she's a pain in the neck. We don't know.
Could be.
Carly Simon. Most of the interviews I've seen, she seems fun and funny, but what do I know? I mean, people always say that. I'll tell them like, oh, what do you mean you broke up with Gina? All right, fine, then you put up with her, So it's easy to say, but so I don't know if I technically believe the story that this is not double autobiographical, because at the time they're both feeling the same sort of emotions about this. Here's a beautiful. I've actually done this karaoke. I don't know. When I was putting together the list, I played the song, and I tried to sing it. I don't know if I was having a bad vocal day, or maybe I just can't sing it anymore because it's been a heck of a long time since I've done that. We're doing these karaoke stories today. I don't know how that happened. But,
it happens.
Here's James Taylor and J.D. Souther and Her Town 2, 89.5 WSKB.
She's been afraid to go out. She's afraid of the knock on the door. There's always a shade of a doubt. She can never be sure who comes to call. Maybe the friend of a friend of a friend. Anyone at all. Anything but nothing again. It used to be her town. It used to be her town too. It used to be her town. It used to be her town too. Seems like even her old girlfriends might be talking her down. She's got a name on a grapevine, running up and down the telephone line, talking about someone said something about something else someone might have said about her. She always figured that gets the house and the garden. He gets the boys in the band. Some of them his friends, some of them her friends, some of them understand. You tell me, Lord, this is such a small town city. Yes, and everyone can see you fall. It's got nothing to do with it. I just wanted to give you a call. It used to be your town. It used to be my town too. You never know till it all falls down. But somebody loves you. Somebody loves you. Darling, somebody still loves you. I can still remember when it used to be her town too. It used to be your town. It used to be my town too. You'll never know till it all falls down. But somebody loves you. Somebody loves you.
Underwriting is brought to you by Boise Cascade Distribution, providing products and services needed for building material dealers, home improvement centers, and industrial customers. They offer everything from engineered wood and plywood to Drex decking and railing, James Hardy siding, and Advantech subfloor. Located at 33 Fowler Street Extension in Westfield and on the web at bc.com, they are committed to providing quality products, great service, convenience, and value.
Listen to me, Michael Buster McMahon, Mondays 8 to 10 a.m. to learn the stories behind your favorite songs. Or don't. I'm not the boss of you.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Oh, I could hide neath the wings of the bluebird as she sings. The 6 o'clock alarm would never ring, but it rings and I rise, wipe the sleep out of my eyes. My shaven razor's cold and it stings. Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? You once thought of me as a white knight on his steed. Now you know how happy I can be. Oh, and our good time starts and ends without $1 to spend. But how much, baby, do we really need? Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a
That was written by John Stewart of the Kingston Trio. He had a pretty big song in the 70s. Remember Gold? When the lights go down.
In the
Yep.
California town.
And I used to sing both of these songs to my daughter as a lullaby. And my daughter brought up an interesting point on the song Gold. He says, I jump into my car and I throw in my guitar. And she would interrupt me. She's like, well, why would you jump into the car first? I'm like, what? And she's like, well, you'd throw the guitar in and then jump in the car. You wouldn't jump into the car and then throw in the guitar.
How
I'm
a child's mind can work.
Yeah, I'm
now,
like,
man.
wow, that's a good point. I said, I didn't write the song. But, and I used to sing Daydream Believer to her, too. Now, John Stewart was not happy. In fact, John Stewart was absolutely livid. Well, he wrote the song. He didn't know what to do with it. He didn't think it fit him, and he offered it to everyone. Nobody wanted. In fact, even the Monkees said, when they first received it. But it went number 1 for the Monkees, and then it went number 3 for Anne Murray. So there was a lot of, it was a success, and there was a lot of money made. But John Stewart was absolutely livid. They changed one word in the song. The song was mostly supposed to be about, like, after love fades and you're here together forever and you still love each other and how wonderful it is and how funky it could be. Now you know how funky we can be. And they changed it. Now you know how happy we can be. And just that one little word made him so angry. But they said, funky, it could mean, like, how much you smell. And he's like, no, it's funky, like, and I don't think it's that big of a change. John Stewart, reluctantly accepted it because he said, not only did that money from that song pay the rent, it kept me alive. So that's what he said there.
And
But,
so our friend Les from Agawam just chimed in. He's enjoying watching your show, Buster.
oh, good. I like Les. Les is good people. You know Les, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Les is good people.
Yes, he's my Agawam counterpart.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
And the big reason why we're on Agawam TV. I love my Agawamians. You know why we're in Agawam?
Why are we in Agawam?
Because I am actually a resident of Agawam. So that's how we were able to expand the empire.
Do you know why we're on in Southwick?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Because of my love for Southwick.
Yes.
And also because I once took a girl from Southwick on a couple dates. Right? Is that why it qualifies?
I was thinking something different, but I'll let you have that.
Okay. All right, so now this is one of the sometimes you take this for granted. You don't realize it, maybe when you're hearing it, and then you're like, oh, yeah. So this song not only starts off with the chorus instead of the verses. It's actually one of the first pop songs ever to be a hit doing that. It's a risky strategy. But,
okay, yes, I see that,
Yeah, but it absolutely works with this Beatles song. I'll let them tell you the name of the song. Here's the Beatles, 89.5
Community Radio on WSKB is brought to you in part by Rockies. Over 30 convenient locations throughout Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Connecticut, and Florida. One of the nation's largest ACE dealers. Expertise and great product selection in paint, hardware, lawn and garden. That's Rockies. Rock solid service since 1926. On the web at rockies.com.
This is Ken Stomsky from Ken's Den on WCPC 15 and 89.5 FM, Tuesdays, 8 to 10.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Talk about it,
Won't you take me to Funky Town? Won't you take me to Funky Town? Won't you take me to Funky Town? Won't you take me to Funky Town?
So there's a singer-songwriter. He was living in Minneapolis, and he was like, you know what? I'm just tired of this scene. He's like, I want to move to New York. And his friends were like, New York. He's like, yeah, New York. New York is funky town. And then that's like funky town. He's like, yeah, that's a funky town. And they're like, well, that'd be a cool song title. You should write a song called that. And well, he did. And I'm assuming with the money he made off it, he was able to move to funky town. Of course, it was a hit for two different bands, two one-hit wonders.
And I understand now that Lips Incorporated was singing about New York. Now,
Lip Sync is technically how it's supposed to be pronounced.
Mm-hmm. That's the first time I've heard it that way in 40 years.
It's written as Lips Inc., but it's supposed to be Lip Sync. See what they did there?
I see what they did.
Yeah,
Now, so is Pseudo Echo now still singing about New York?
I don't know if they gave much thought to it. I think they just said, well, let's make a rock and roll version of this. But, you would have gotten one of my trivia questions. That was one of my trivia questions a long time ago, the two people who did it. Mm-hmm. And, yeah.
I know you hate covers. And
It's not a bad cover.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a bad cover.
Yeah, it's almost a different song.
Yeah, it's definitely more of a rock version, but the song's a blessing and a curse because both songs, both bands had a hit with it, and then pretty much
one-hit wonders.
That was it. Actually, we should start a Pseudo Echo cover band. We just have to learn that one song, and we're good.
Mm-hmm.
Fabulous Thunderbirds.
What instrument will you play?
That we'll have to talk about.
All right. Off air.
Yeah, we'll work on that. Now, Albert Hammond, he had that song. Remember, it never rains in Southern California.
And I can say to you that guy is lying because I've been to Southern California and it did rain. Yeah.
Well, that was his hit, but he had written a lot of other songs, including one of my favorite songs. There, "Give Me That Ding."
Oh yes,
yeah,
yes. We finished one of your shows up at the college with that one.
Yeah, a lot of times when I don't have a song, that's like that song has. If I actually kept track of what songs have closed the show, that would be the leader. Like once every 3 months or so, I bring that song up just because I absolutely love it. Give Me That Thing. But
it's a fun song.
Yep, it's a fun song.
Yeah.
And I had to fight like crazy for the wife because the wife owns a dance studio, and I'm always making suggestions for songs, and. Now, how long have I known my wife? A long time, right?
As long as you've been married.
Yes, as long as I've married, I've known her. Yeah. It's worked out pretty well. A little before I got married too. So I've had 3 songs make it into the dance recital.
Mm-hmm.
That's a horrible ratio. It was an instrumental from Battlestar Galactica. Give Me That Ding by the Pipkins, which I fought forever for, and only a piece of it appeared in. And then the one that I always thought would be great, and she surprised me, because I always thought it'd be like little kids should do it, but she actually did it, put in the show, didn't tell me it was going to be in the show, and when I'm watching the show, I'm like, they did a Stray Cat Strut.
Okay.
Because I said that'd be a great little number. The one that I've been fighting for, and she says, no, it's never going to happen.
Now, did they put on little kitty ears and costumes?
No, they didn't. So that's why I thought it'd be cute for the kids to do it, but the adult ballet group did it.
Oh.
I've been fighting for Modern Love by David Bowie, just because that's but she
as
says
long as it's not the David Bowie and Mick Jagger.
Yeah, although that song you don't have to, it's got its own little weird choreography.
God, that video was horrible.
Almost as bad as Billy Squires. Rock Me Tonight.
Yeah.
So now Albert Hammond, getting back to Albert Hammond, he had written a lot of songs, including this one. Now, I don't know how I would feel. Like, obviously, if you write a song for somebody, usually they find out about it, especially if it becomes famous, right? Well, a lot of times in high school to impress a girl, I wrote you, some song lyrics.
Yeah, like Layla, right?
Yeah. So, but he said, you would think that this beautiful song was written about the most beautiful woman in the world. No. She is. I wrote it about a woman who was quite unattractive. But, he said, inside she was absolutely beautiful. She's a wonderful person. She wasn't good looking, but, he's a very warm and kind person, and I wrote it for her. So, I don't know how she would feel about that, because I'm assuming she knows the song was written about her, right?
I bet she thought that song was about her, but that's a different artist altogether.
That's a different story
Yeah.
there. That song is actually written about me, or at least I think it is.
Stop being vain.
Yeah, well,
Jeez, I'm sorry, that was bad.
now, how would you feel like if somebody said they wrote your song and you're like, oh wow, and then they, you hear in an interview like, I actually wrote it about an ugly person.
Mm-hmm. Well, if they were in my face first about it, then I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Usually, people are right in my face.
It'd be kind of cool to have a hit song written about you, I would think. Well, here is the Hollies, and the song written about a unattractive woman who was just absolutely beautiful on the inside. Here's The Air That I Breathe, 89.5 WSKB.
I could make a wish. I think I'd pass. Can't think of anything I need. No cigarettes, no sleep, no light. No sound, nothing to eat, no books to read. Making love with you has left me peaceful, warm and tight. What more could I ask? There's nothing to be desired. Peace came upon me and eased me weak. So sleep, silent angel, go to sleep. Sometimes all I need is the air that I breathe and to love you. All I need is the air that I breathe, yes, to love you. All I need is
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donuts Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Join us every Thursday morning
from 6 until at least 7:30.
Check out the Bobby G and Company Show
right here on WSKB 89.5
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Would have to be one of my favorite Rolling Stones songs. Do you have a favorite Rolling Stones song?
You know, I like that one. I like Paint It Black.
Yes, very good one.
I like Start It Up.
Yep.
Start Me Up.
I'm going to go with Gimme Shelter as my favorite.
Oh, that's Every Vietnam movie that song is in.
I love. Somebody had a cartoon one time, a drawn cartoon. It was a Vietnam helicopter, and so, it had all the buttons, and one of them said "Play Fortunate Son."
Yeah, whenever you see a chopper in a Vietnam film, it's either Fortunate Son or it's Gimme Shelter.
Yeah. Now, now you played side one there due to the line, "Gosh darn cold." That was labeled the GD side, and the other's cleaner side was labeled. So it was one of the only records that actually had the same song on both sides. You could get the clean version, and you could get the GD version, which you played. Now, why do you know why the Keith Richards and Mick Jagger were called the Glimmer Twins?
I'm sure you're going to tell me.
Yeah, well, I didn't know if you'd heard the story. I don't know.
Not this one, no.
Okay. Well, they were on a cruise, and there was this old couple that saw them and said, "Oh, you guys are famous, aren't you?" And they're like, and she's like, no, tell me who you are. It's like, we're Martin and Lewis. She's like, you're not Martin and Lewis. Like, who are you guys? And he's like, nah, we're really nobody. She's like, come on, just give me a glimmer. Give me a glimmer of a hint. And they just loved that word, so they said, "Well, we're the Glimmer Twins. That's who actually we are." And and the nickname sort of stuck. I think she eventually found out who they were. And I don't know if they're still going on cruises, but they're still around. God bless them.
Yeah, I don't know how Keith Richards is doing it.
Well, I mean, and Mick too. I mean, I love when Keith Richards. He used to in the '80s. He had a PSA on TV: "Kids, don't do drugs." And we're like, we can't. You did them all.
Yeah.
There aren't any left. One of my favorite lines from Family Guy. There was an episode where Chris became a famous painter.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and he's talking to Greg Allman, like, hey, how did you handle fame? He's like, well, I did a lot of drugs and married a chick named Cher. I don't recommend you do either one. I love that line. All right, now this song, sometimes just the silliest little thing will inspire you to write a song that become a hit. And the girl, the keyboard player in this band, Lynn Mailsby, she was basically stood up on a date. And the guy, they had only gone out like a couple times, and I don't think they went out ever again. She said that, the guy was kind of a jerk, but, once he didn't show up, I realized, I kind of wrote the song. And it's funny, it reminds me, like in high school, I had they had a poetry thing once a year, and one of my song lyrics got in there, and people thought, because the name of the song was called Enough, and it was something similar about, ending a bad relationship. And people were like, well, come on, tell me who this is actually about. And I'm like, no, it's not about anybody. Well, come on. I said, all right, you want to hear the story, how I came up with the song? I said, I exaggerated my anger. My parents, I was watching my younger siblings, they went out, and they came back really, really late. And as I'm writing the lyrics, I was annoyed. I wasn't angry, but I sort of took that, annoyingness and ended up writing that song. And it was a big hit in the thing. But I'm like, nope, sorry, there's no flashy story. And people didn't believe it. They said, oh, it's about so-and-so. I'm like, no, it's not.
So this person is definitely before Taylor Swift writing about all of their exes.
Yes. I don't even know if this guy qualified as an ex. As I said, I think they only went out a couple times, and it was really nothing thing. But you know what? She got a great song out of it. Well, her band did anyway. Here's Climax and I Miss You, 89.5 WSKB.
Thought I heard your voice yesterday.
Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield.
I'm Mark Auerbach. Join me every Friday at 8 a.m. for ArtsBeat, where you'll meet interesting actors, directors, designers, and musicians here in Western New England.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Saturday in the park, I think it was the 4th of July. Saturday in the park, I think it was the 4th of July. People dancing, people laughing, a man selling ice cream, singing Italian songs. Such a long time for Saturday. Another day in the park, I think it was the 4th of July. Another day in the park, I think it was the 4th of July. People talking, really smiling. A man plays guitar and singing for a song. Will you help him change the world? Can you dig it? Yes, I can. And I've been waiting such a long time for today. Slow motion riders fly the colors of the day. A bronze man still can tell stories his own way. Listen, children, all is not lost, all is not lost. Oh, no, no. Funny days in the park. Every day's the 4th of July. Funny days in the park. Every day's the 4th of July. People reaching, people touching. A real celebration. Waiting for a song. Waiting for a song. If you want it, really want it, can you dig it? Yes, I can. And I've been waiting such a long time for the day. Yeah, yeah,
Chicago, and some of the most famous gibberish in a song ever. When Robert Lamb says, the guy's singing Italian songs in the park, he just goes off on, it's not Italian. I mean, we talked about this a couple months ago when Leonard Richie had All Night Long. He wanted to come up with some African language, and he didn't. So he just kind of made it up.
Mhm.
Now, I mean, interns have been a thing for a long time, haven't they?
I'd say so.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm sure the record companies where Chicago and Lionel Richie were, they had interns like, hey, can you find some Italian words that would fit this? That sound like something. You don't have to make up words.
Well, now and then that works. Look at the end theme to WKRP in Cincinnati. What the hell are they saying? Nothing.
Yeah, I'm sure there are words in there somewhere. It's just indecipherable. But yeah. Hey, we may have a different problem than we had last week.
Let's see. Last week, I know I didn't do anything incorrectly, but I wasn't able to play all of the songs.
Yeah. I mean, that's not your fault. That was my fault. We had to cut a couple songs, and this week we might have to add some because we're going through the list pretty quick here. So
slow down.
No.
You got a couple of long ones coming up.
I do. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Now this song, it was. I can't imagine. I didn't have an argument with somebody over this in high school, but I'm guessing that somewhere there was an argument about the video to this song.
Oh yes, I remember it.
On whether Rod Stewart got the girl or not, because there were two videos. In one version, he gets the girl at the end. In one version, he doesn't. So I
only remember the first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and this is a completely different Rod Stewart than.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cool song. In both videos, both videos are pretty much exactly the same. He gets punched in the nose by the girl's. I don't know, was it her butler or the father? Because he realized he's completely he's stalking the girl. Let's face it. Which is wrong.
Yeah, he deserved it.
Yeah, he deserved to get punched in the nose.
I wouldn't mind popping Rod Stewart in the beak.
You wouldn't?
just to say I did it.
Yeah, well, that's, yeah.
I'm sorry I just threw you off with that one.
Well, no, I'm trying to think of, who'd I like to, I know who I'd like to take a swing at. And I said this today. It's a corporate thing. I'm a third shift manager in retail, and every once in a while they redesign a section. And so 24 feet we have new products come in, but for some reason they have to move every item in 24. And I said I'd like to take a swing at the people in the reset department in the company because there's no reason for it to be this complicated.
Or you could just go right to the top and punch the person who created the planogram.
Right. But and customers don't like it either. Especially, these poor husbands, the wife will say, hey, it's on the third shelf. Okay, go in there. People don't like it that you've moved all the stuff around either. And it's just... But anyway, here is Rod Stewart with two different endings to the video. Should he get the girl or not? He is stalking her.
You know what? Just because it's Rod Stewart, I'd say... he was sexy, so he got the girl then. This time I say he shouldn't.
Okay, there you go. So here's Infatuation, 89.5 WSKB.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Westfield Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley. With convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut, visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org.
Hi, it's Bob Plass, and I have Wow, It's Tuesday. Every Tuesday, 6 to 8. Wow, it's Tuesday.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
I did it!
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
We have another show here tomorrow night, so until then, may God bless you and be careful. Thank you. Wise men say only fools rush in. Oh, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be the same? Falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea. Darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. My hand, take my whole life through. Don't get hurt. Don't get hurt. Falling in love with you. Falling in love with you.
There's that one-hit wonder Elvis. Whatever happened to him, huh?
No idea. I heard he might have been found in a bathroom somewhere. I don't know. Not quite sure.
I saw an interview with his cook. Okay, Elvis is dead. All these people who think that they were showing some of his favorite recipes. They were cooking like a banana sandwich, like fried, and they fried it in a full stick of butter. And whatever butter didn't melt by the time the sandwich was done, it was put inside the sandwich.
You know, there's peanut butter and bacon along with that banana in that sandwich.
So, yeah, Elvis died in 76, right? I think.
Right around there.
Yeah.
I was third grade.
So now it was written for that song was actually written for a woman. That's why when some of the words don't exactly rhyme, because the song was supposed to be "I can't help falling in love with him." That's why you got would it be a sin? Because it sounds a little bit like him and like in. That's why those lines don't rhyme, because they just simply changed it to "Can't help falling in love with you."
There I learned something.
There you go. That'll learn you.
I did.
Now Elvis,
that learned me.
Elvis would be a good answer. Like people ask if you could go back and see anybody, who would you see?
Mm-hmm.
I think Elvis would be a good choice. I had originally said the Beatles, and the friend who asked me this question said, think about it there for a minute. You're going to be surrounded by 14-year-old girls screaming their heads off. Would that be fun? I'm like, no, I guess not.
Mm-hmm.
So then I came up with, are you ready? I think I've got it. The Rat Pack.
I can see that.
Yeah.
At the Stardust.
Yeah.
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 You know, I saw that building implode.
Oh,
man, that was was a heck of a day.
Vegas does not embrace its history.
No, it doesn't.
Is there even a Vegas Historical Society? Because I don't.
There might be something downtown.
I don't think they have. I don't think the El Cortez. I think at this point you got to keep the El Cortez. But even then, I don't think it's safe. I think if somebody came along with money and a bulldozer, see you later.
That'd be a tough one to get rid of.
It would be. It absolutely.
But there again, you know, they got rid of Riviera.
Yep.
Come on.
Yeah. Yep. They're all the sands.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. There you go. All right, now what this song is actually about, don't ask the singer. She's like, you know what? It's a bit of a mystery to me. And she's like, it's my favorite song that I've ever done, but I'm not really quite sure what it's about beyond the title. She's like, but it doesn't really matter. So she was doing a movie with Fred Astaire, Finian's Rainbow. And Fred Astaire asked, like, so what's that song about? And she's like, I don't know. And he thought she was like just, hiding the meaning. She's like, oh, no, come on, you can tell me. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Believe me, if I knew what the song was about, I would tell you. But I don't. I didn't write it. I just sang it, and it became a hit for me. I don't know what the song's about, besides the advice that it's in the,
Does the title have anything to do with the song?
I mean, it's good advice.
All right.
So here's Petula Clark, and don't sleep in the subway. 89.5 WSKB.
You wander around on your own little cloud when you don't see the why or the wherefore. You walk out on me when we both disagree, 'cause to reason is not what you care for. I've heard it all times before. Take off your coat, my love, and close the door. Don't sleep in the subway, darling. Don't stand in the pouring rain. Don't sleep in the subway, darling. The night is long. Forget your foolish pride, nothing's wrong. Now you're beside me again. You try to be smart, then you take it to heart, 'cause it hurts when your ego is deflated. Ooh, you don't realize that it's all compromise, and the problems are so overrated. Goodbye means nothing when it's all for show. So why pretend you've somewhere else to go? Don't sleep in the subway, darling. Don't stand in the pouring rain. Don't sleep in the subway, darling. The night is long. Forget your foolish pride, nothing's wrong. Now you're beside me again. Don't sleep in the subway, darling. Don't stand in the pouring rain. Don't sleep in the subway, darling. The night is long. Forget your foolish pride, nothing's wrong. Now you're beside me again. Don't sleep in the subway, darling. Don't stand in the pouring rain.
Support for community radio on WSKB provided by Westfield Electroplating. Employing over 140 skilled platers, painters, and technicians, Westfield Electroplating was founded in 1946 and was the first company in the country to achieve National Aerospace and Defense Contractor Program accreditation, proudly maintaining that status for over a decade. Westfield Electroplating provides over 50 quality finishes to meet your corrosion, cosmetic, or performance needs. On the web at www.westfieldplating.com or 413-568-3716. Westfield Electroplating, putting the finishing touches on technology.
Join me, Tina Gorman, each week from 6 to 8 a.m. for Wake Up Wednesday, when my guests and I discuss health, wellness, and lifestyle reimagined.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
It was late in December, the sky turned to snow. All around the day was going down slow. Night like a river beginning to flow. I felt the beat of my mind go drifting into time passages. Yes, go falling in the fading light. Time passages. Buy me a ticket on the last train home tonight. Well, I'm not the kind to live in the past. The years run too short and the days too fast. The things you lean on are things that don't last. Well, it's just now and then my line gets cast into these time passages. There's something back there that you left behind. Oh, time passages. Buy me a ticket on the last train home tonight. Hear the echoes and feel yourself starting to turn. Don't know why you should feel that there's something to learn. It's just a game that you play. Well, the picture is changing now. You're part of a crowd. They're laughing at something and the music's loud. A girl comes towards you, you once used to know. You reach out your hand, but you're all alone in those time passages. I know you're in there, you're just out of sight. Oh, time passages. Buy me a ticket on the last train home tonight.
Yes, the long version of Time Passages. That'll kill some time. You know why I like to play that song once in a while?
I'm sure you're going to tell me.
Because every once in a while, like you're driving the car, and they're like, hey, up next is Al Stewart. And it's always Year the Cat. Always Year the Cat. It's never Time Passages. And it makes me angry. I shouldn't be as angry about this as I am. But I do. I like Time Passages a hell of a lot better than I like Year the Cat. I don't think Year the Cat's a bad song. But every time Year the Cat comes on the radio, I say that's time that we could have been playing Time Passages. And I do. I get very angry.
I'm so tired of the cat.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad song, but I think Time Passages is better. You know who doesn't like Time Passages?
I'm sure you're going to tell me.
Al Stewart actually did it. He's like, the record company was nagging me. They go, we want a song that sounds like You're the Cat. So I wrote this. I don't think it's that good. He's like, and one day I was in the elevator, and I thought it was the Muzak version of my song. And he's like, oh, here's my song. And then he realized that it wasn't the Muzak version. It was his version. And he said he was embarrassed. And, I haven't seen Al Stewart in concert, but I've seen clips. I've seen video clips of him doing this song in concert. He seems to be enjoying it. He seems to be having fun with it. So I don't know if it's just a funny story he likes to tell, but if he doesn't like Time Passages, he's dead to me. Put him on the list. Put Al Stewart on my list. You got my list there, and I think it's in the drawer on the bottom there. Peter, that's where.
Okay, yeah, I found it.
Okay.
Okay.
So put Al Stewart down there on my list of people that I'm mad at.
All right.
Because I love that song.
Wait a minute. He has options here: irritated, mad, and pissed. Which one do I put that
go in
under?
the middle. Go
Okay.
with B.
All right.
Go with B.
All right, you got it.
All right, so I like to tease songs sometimes, and the second song in this set, more accurately, the band. Once in a while, teenage girls are right about music. Not often, but they were right about the Beatles, and in the 80s, they were right about the band that's in the second song.
I'd agree with that.
Okay, yep, because, I mean, the girls went nuts for those bands. And
Yeah, I think it might have been more the lead singer.
Maybe.
The guy with the initials of SB.
Maybe.
Yes.
One of them, I don't remember which one. I don't even think it was him. It was another member of the band who got married, and one of my very close female friends in high school was so upset. And I don't know if I cheered her up or anything, but I'm like, Chrissy, were you in the running? I mean, does this really ruin your plans that this guy in the band got married? Like, I don't, no offense, I don't think you were in the running here. Anyway, so people think that this song is about, what can I say, self-gratification. And the singer says it isn't, and that he didn't hear that interpretation for many years later. He goes, it's really, to me, it's pretty clear what the lyrics are about. He says, he goes, I guess I can see where people got that idea, but basically is about a guy who is just so into drugs and everything, he loses control of himself, and his girlfriend's getting annoyed that, she's always has to clean up with him after him because he's lost all of his, major functions because of his drug addiction. So he goes, I guess I can understand why people thought it was something else. He goes, but no, not at all. Here are the Violent Femmes and Blister in the Sun. 89.5 WSKB.
When I'm out walking, I strut my stuff, and I'm so strung out. I'm high as a kite, I just might stop to check you out. Let me go on, like I blister in the sun. Let me go on, big hands, I know you're the one. Body and beats, I stain my sheets, I don't even know why. My girlfriend, she's at the end, she is starting to cry. Let me go on, like I blister in the sun. Let me go on, big hands, I know you're the one. When I'm out walking, I strut my stuff, and I'm so strung out. I'm high as a kite, I just might stop to check you out. And then when I'm out walking, I stop, and I'm so strung out. And I'm high as a kite, I just might stop to check you out. Body and beats, I stain my sheets. I don't even know why. My girlfriend, she's at the end. She is starting to cry when I'm walking. Stop, and I'm so strung out. I'm high as a kite. I just might stop to check you out. Let me go on like I blister in the sun. Let me go on. Big hands, I know you're the one.
Support for community radio on WSKB provided by Westfield Electroplating. Employing over 140 skilled platers, painters, and technicians, Westfield Electroplating was founded in 1946 and was the first company in the country to achieve National Aerospace and Defense Contractor Program accreditation, proudly maintaining that status for over a decade. Westfield Electroplating provides over 50 quality finishes to meet your corrosion, cosmetic, or performance needs. On the web at www.westfieldplating.com or 413-568-3716. Westfield Electroplating, putting the finishing touches on technology.
Listen to me, Michael Buster McMahon, Mondays 8 to 10 a.m. to learn the stories behind your favorite songs. Or don't. I'm not the boss of you.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Duran Duran, 80s heartbreaker band. That was one of their 90s hits. They kind of grew up. Simon Le Bon said that basically that, SL, not SB.
Yeah,
Simon
SL,
Le Bon. He said that basically he wrote it about people who fall in love for the first time because as it's happened to you, you come undone. It's a beautiful song. Hey, if we needed another song, we just should have played that one twice. That's kind of a cool song.
Remember one of their first videos?
Girls on Film?
Reflex.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't that one of the coolest videos
Yeah,
ever?
that was a cool one. Yeah. Yeah, that came after like Rio and Hungry Like the Wolf, though.
Yeah, it was, not their first, but...
Right, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to sneak an extra song in here, a short little song. This was Sam Cooke's first release after his 18-month-old son drowned. And he grabbed as many out-of-town gigs as he could. He didn't want to be home and be remembered of it. And eventually he got back to recording again, and this was his first hit after that tragic event happened. Here's Sam Cooke and Another Saturday Night.
Another Saturday night that I ain't got nobody. I got some money 'cause I just got paid. Now how I wish I had someone to talk to. I'm in an awful way. Dig this. I got in town a month ago. I seen a lot of girls since then. If I could meet 'em, I could get 'em. But as yet I haven't met 'em. That's why I'm in the shape I'm in. Here another Saturday night and I ain't got nobody. I got some money 'cause I just got paid. Now how I wish I had someone to talk to. I'm in an awful way. Now, another fella told me he had a sister who looked just fine. Instead of being my deliverance, she had a strange resemblance to a cat named Frankenstein. Here another Saturday night and I ain't got nobody. I got some money 'cause I just got paid. Now how I wish I had some chick to talk to. I'm in an awful way, yeah. It is another weekend, I ain't got nobody. Man, if I was back home, I'd be swinging. 2 chicks on my arm. Oh, yeah. Listen to me, huh? It's hard on a fella when he don't know his way around. If I don't find me a honey to help me spend my money, I'm gonna have to blow this town. Here it's another Saturday night and I ain't got nobody. I got some money 'cause I just got paid. Now how I wish I had some chick to talk to. I'm in an awful. Everybody sang another Saturday night and I ain't got nobody. I got some money 'cause I just got paid. Now how I wish I had someone to talk to. I'm in an awful. One more time, another Saturday night and I ain't got nobody. I got some money 'cause I just got paid. Now how
Sam Cooke.
I wish I had some chick to talk
I never really paid attention to the lyrics before.
Sounding mighty good, another
No?
No.
No. It's a catchy little tune. It actually is featured prominently in one of my favorite plays I've ever written. I don't know if it could be staged. Then we might have to change the song because of the licenses. But and also the title. The title of the play is "Ain't Even Done with the Night," because I wrote it as I was listening to the John Cougar Mellencamp song over and over and over again. But it's one of my favorite plays I've ever written, and that made me think of the scene in it. But it wouldn't have done that to you, Kenny, because no one's seen the play. So.
Okay, all right. Now I understand why I'm a little confused.
Yeah, if you saw my play, it would all make sense now.
I'm sure it would.
Yeah, I like that play. It's a half-hour play. It's cute. Anyway, that's the show. And you said you've already learned something.
Yes, I did. You learned me.
Good. That's my goal here. Hopefully, you all learned something in the show. We'll be back next week. Oh, Pete will be back next week. Kenny, thank you very much. You did a fantastic job the last 2 weeks filling in for Pete.
My pleasure.
And we bump into each other all the time anyway, so we'll see you soon enough. I am Michael Buster McMahon. Drink your milk, look both ways before crossing the street, and never, ever give up your dreams. That's my buddy in there, Kenny. Say goodbye, Kenny.
Goodbye, Kenny.
We like to end with something kind of fun, and here's what's more fun than Jerry Reed? Jerry Reed just seems like he was just a genuine fun guy to hang out with, you know?
I'd sit down and have a beer with him.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's Jerry Reed, and she got the gold mine, and I got the shaft. We'll see you next week. 89.5 WSKB.
Well, I guess it was back in '63 when eating my cooking got the better of me, so I asked this little girl I was going with to be my wife. Well, she said she would, so I said I do, but I'd have said I wouldn't if I'd have just knew how saying I do was gonna screw up all of my life. Well, the first few years weren't all that bad. I'll never forget the good times we had, 'cause I'm reminded every month when I send her the child support. Well, it wasn't too long till the lust all died, and I'll admit I wasn't too surprised the day I come home and found my suitcase sitting out on the porch. Well, I tried to get in. She changed the lock. Then I found this note taped on the mailbox that said, "Goodbye, Tucky. My attorney will be in touch." So I decided right then and there I was going to do what's right, give her fair share. But, brother, I didn't know her share was going to be that much. She got the gold mine. I got the share. They split it right down the middle, and then they give her the better half. Well, it all sounds sort of funny, but it hurts too much to laugh. She got the gold mine, I got the share. Now listen, you ain't heard nothing yet. Why, they give her the color television set, then they give her the house, the kids, and both of the cars. See? Well, then they start talking about child support, alimony, and the cost of the court. Didn't take me long to figure out how far in the toilet I was. I'm telling you, they have made a mistake, 'cause it adds up to more than this cowboy makes. Besides, everything I ever had worth taking, they've already took. While she's living like a queen on alimony, I'm working 2 shifts, eating bologna, asking myself, why did you just learn how to cook? They give her the gold mine, they give me the share. They said they're splitting it all down the middle, but she got the better half. Well, it all sounds mighty funny, but it hurts too much to laugh. She got the gold mine, I got the shaft. Well, she got the gold mine, I got the shaft. They split it all down the middle, and then they give her the better half. Well, I guess it all sounds funny, but it hurts too much to laugh. She got the gold mine, I got the shaft. You ain't kidding, I got the shaft. But I don't have to worry about toting a billfold anymore. I let my wife tote it. I'm gonna be carrying food stamps. You get it, Judge? I'm gonna be. That's not funny, huh? Contempt of court? What do you mean?